Last week it was DeepSeek. This week it's trade war volatility and tariffs. So what are we going to do about this? Well, let me tell you, this is your opportunity to stake your claim to a multi-million-dollar future, and let's talk about it now. You must have a plan. When these events occur, have some plan, have some liquidity, have some excess capital ready to go. Do not get shaken out in these times in the markets. They're going to go up, they're going to go down. There's a lot of volatility. The weak hands get shaken out. The strong hands persevere. You stay in there. You have your plan. You execute. And you can play both defense and offense at the same time with these crises as they execute. What do I mean by that? Well, today with our trade war and tariffs, which are nothing new, and let's talk about that real quickly. Canada, the U.S. is presently running an $80 billion deficit with Canada. So that means to Trump, we've got some room to play here, especially when 77% of the Canadian import-export is running through the U.S. versus 14% the other way. Who's got the upper hand? And regarding Mexico, the U.S. is running a $130 billion trade deficit with Mexico, with about a 14% of trade going there as well. So again, who's got the upper hand? Now, nobody really wins in these trade wars, but whoever plays the better hand can extract some better favors. And it looks like that happened a little bit today, as the trade wars are probably going to crack and crumble into a nothing again. So what does that mean for our plan as we play both defense and offense at the same time? Well, I'll get into where and how I executed today, but I made some more moves and allocated some more capital to some of my ETFs. Some of my favorite ETFs are those that represent the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500. So I'm talking about building up more income and still having exposure to all those great technology names, but things like the JEPQ ETF fund and things like the XYLD from an S&P 500 perspective. These are great ETFs to maintain exposure to some of your biggest, best companies out there, generate income, passive income for you every month, and still leave you with exposure to grow. I also took some capital and allocated it to purchasing more Dow Chemical at a 7.5% yield. This thing is way oversold at this point in time. Great investment. And at 7.5%, you can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. I added some more REITs today as well. WP Carey being one of them at over a 6.3% dividend yield. It's a great all-around REIT that's increasing its payout every quarter. It's what you want to see. I also added some Conagra. Consumer staples hold up extremely well in these environments. And at a 5.5% dividend yield, it's right where I want to be. And the Dow, the WP Carey, and the Conagra that I added today, not only do they pay good dividends, but they also have considerable capital appreciation. Okay, so that's what I did to play a little bit of defense today and a little bit of offense as well. More offensive things are continue to execute on my plan. And my plan is to grow the exposure to these high quality, riskier, smaller cap companies that I think are revolutionizing. They've got fantastic technology. I'm thinking the things that we've talked about before on this channel, but today in particular, Amprius, more SEALSQ was added today, more Quantum SI, more Ocean OPTT added today, as well as a few others. Every opportunity that I get, I'm pruning something from the portfolio, adding something, and then using all the dividends that keep flowing in. And with the end result, every week, I'm increasing the dividend income considerably, better allocating capital, and then also getting better and more exposure to those high growth tech names that really are offering cutting edge technology and things that can really shape the future and put a lot of money in our pockets going forward. So there's some ideas to think about. Don't get shaken out. Have a plan. Execute on the plan. I'm buying small bits and pieces every single week to add to this strategy. And there's always something that's in favor, out of favor. There's always something that we can do to better ourselves. Be bold, grow. Don't get shaken out. The time is now. Make it happen.